Okay. Is the first day like the first day of school a little bit? You go through introductions and get into it. Like, how's the process of the first day of training camp with you?
Yeah, again, we had a lot of things we wanted to introduce at the beginning of practice. So, I gave the guys a heads up that the first hour was going to be tough. Because it's going to be a lot of standing, talking, introducing, teaching, and all that. But from here on out, hopefully we'll be able to go do a better job going forward.
Mike, what was your assessment of Keegan the first practice and first official practice out there?
He's fine.
How much pressure do you think the guys are feeling when they have to make those free throws to keep from not running?
You got to ask them. It's no different than, in my opinion, it's less pressure than .05 is on the clock. We're down one. We need 2 free throws. Step up and make the free throw. You know what I'm saying? So to each his own. You got to ask them individually.
Were you disappointed in their free throw shooting, or you think it was just kind of first day nerves, whatever?
No, we'll figure it out. That's why we're doing it.
Was today kind of a little bit of a shock to the system for them, for some guys?
I'm not sure. You have to ask them. Yeah.
What did you think of the energy and just the vibe around the building today?
It's been like that the whole summer. I feel like our communication, our connectivity, especially in the off season, has been great, and it's carried over to today too.
We're watching you guys run. How much is that going to be part of what you guys are this year, a running team?
We got one of the fastest guys, arguably, in the game, in the history of the game when you talk about De'Aaron Fox. And so we got to play to his strength. Davion is extremely fast with the basketball. So we want to get out and run. But not only do we want to get out and run, we also don't want to give up easy baskets too. So we got to get our behinds back in defense when it comes to transition defense as well.
So, Coach Brown, what do you think about the team's overall conditioning right now at this point? You're looking at it most of the summer.
No, it's fine. It's okay. We'll get better as camp goes along.
How different was today's first practice of training camp versus other stops where you've been as a head coach?
This was, in my opinion, probably a little better because just like you guys, I'm sure you'd say at 22 you weren't as good as you were at 29, and you didn't have the same plan. And so I'd hope that it would be a little bit better.
You've talked a lot about defining roles. Do you come into camp with a decent idea of the roles that you want for these guys?
Yeah, everybody's had an individual player development meeting already in the off season. So everybody has a general feel of what we are looking for from each guy individually, hopefully coinciding with what our team goals are.
And with the talk of pace and a lot of guards or smaller guys on this team, do you anticipate some decent amount of small ball lineups?
We'll see. They got to earn it. You got to earn the right to be on the floor.
Mike, when you look at, you break up camp in increments and small kind of sample sizes, a week from now, what do you hope to see that is, I don't know, incrementally better than what today would be?
That's a great question, but I'm not that smart. So right now I'm thinking about tomorrow's practice based on today. So for us, it's just one step at a time.
Did you have all 20 guys?
A few more questions, guys.
Holdouts?
No, everybody participated. Yeah.
In your first press conference, you talked a lot about the organization having a soul. What is the soul like here in day one so far?
It's been good. Like I told you, the connectivity is good. Guys are trying to be together and bring each other together. Everybody's trying to uplift one another. I laid out our values and our principles. Everybody's been good with that so far, and everybody's embracing what we're trying to do, what we're trying to ask them to do. So that's all you can ask for right now, and over time, we'll see if it continues, especially when you hit adversity. I've been fortunate, blessed, lucky, however you want to call it, to be a part of 6 finals with 3 different teams, once as a head coach. And every single time that happened, you face adversity through the course of the year. And so how do you handle that is going to be big for us.
Can you simulate
2 more questions,
adversity
please.
at all in training camp or in these practice scenarios? Can you simulate some of that adversity, or is that just game time stuff?
You can simulate a little bit, those pressure free throws and those guys missing it. How they respond? Are they going to start cursing their teammates that missed the free throws? Or are they going to support them and be together, which they were at the end? I don't even know what Alex shot from the free throw line last year, but all of them supported him and said, yeah, let's take that deal.
I was curious to get your take on the transition take foul, and is that something you got to go over with players, just in terms of like, hey, how we're going to approach it not only defensively, but on the other side?
It's both, because obviously the biggest thing is if you're gonna take a foul, just go for the ball. 8 times out of 10, that official may not call a foul if you go for the ball, so you got to be strong with it because you may get hit. So there's some teaching that you can talk about on both sides of the ball, and you take foul.
Do you like the rule change?
It's fine. I mean, it's what they do in overseas and coast overseas, so it's fine.
All right. Thank you.